Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. This is Anna, and guess what? We are already here at the end of this Tarot Oracle journey for the week with our weekend reading. TGIF, TGIF, we did it. Okay, that's enough. I can't sing. All right, so we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, November 7th, 8th, and 9th. Now, okay, remember her, the Queen of Wands? Remember, like earlier in the week, I said, I wish what were the cards to the left of her? And here are the cards to the left. I can't even make this up. I was like, my God. First, I pulled this and this. I was like, oh Lord. And then finally, I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. This is the answer to the question I had earlier in the week. It was Monday or Tuesday's reading, but you'll see what I'm talking about if you review that reading. Anyhow, so Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, and the Queen of Wands, the Dark Moon, Snail's Pace. All right, I'm going to begin with this, the court card, the Queen of Wands. She went through a lot of stuff, has been going through a lot of stuff presently and in the past. She's had to learn to leave these negative ideas and emotions behind, okay? The Nine of Swords, this is card of, you crying, upset, depressed. You can't sleep at night because you've had all these things boggling in your mind. Like, how am I going to do this? Challenges, obstacles, just really tons of problems on that Queen of Wands mind, okay? She's had to walk away from this overall feeling, though this is only an 8, one step down from the 9. There was a lot of emotional heaviness to whatever's been going on in the life of the Queen of Wands here. But she did come out with something positive. She learned to stand on her own 2 feet with the Five of Cups. You have to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. Despite all of this that was going on, that has occurred in the life of the Queen of Wands, and the things that are occurring, presently occurring, you can look at that reading from early in the week. She's learned valuable lessons, and that valuable lesson is learning to stand on your own 2 feet. Okay? Learning to stand on your own 2 feet. And she's going to charge forward, and she is going to continue to chip away at that old block. I say that because of Snail's Pace. We'll chat about that in a second. And she is saying, you know what? That's fine. If a certain person or people don't want to support me, I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet, and I'm going to get my goals accomplished, because I will find a way. I will find the resources. I will find this, that, or the other, and work it all out all by my lonesome. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it's better like that, because when you have people give you something, they say, "Oh, I help you with that. I'm going to help you. Here's the money. I'm going to help you pay for that. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll help fund, your education." Let's say this is a, relative that says that or whatever. And then they kind of throw it in your face later. And then for the rest of your life, it's like, even if you pay them back, it's like, they're always like, "Well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be where you are." There are a lot of you who are professional listening or watching this video, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The Dark Moon card says here. It's interesting. You have this fairy, and she seems a bit sad. And this is indicative of this past for the Queen of Wands. Very dark, just very, really, it was a time for introspection. And it says maturation, growing up, introspection, knowing thyself. That is number 1 on the plate here, knowing thyself. And what this Queen of Wands has learned is not just knowing thyself, but knowing and understanding or remembering her capabilities, her skills, her education, her experience, all of these things. She's got a nice resume if she puts this resume together. She's an accomplished person, though she hasn't been in a position to do this professionally, like really accomplished at the time or whatever. Hey, she's a reputable person, once she gets back out there again, okay? So it has been a time for the Queen of Wands to really know herself, okay? It's also been a time of growing up and letting go of, these dreams that were kind of trivial little things. It's nice to have, and they don't really serve a purpose other than to sound jazzy or whatever. Um, Leave that behind. Adios. Go away. Now, snail's pace. You have a fairy who is looking at the snail and just observing it and understanding the message of the snail. And the message is slow down. Grounding. We spoke about grounding this week, So this has been we've been really talking about this grounding. Listen for the heartbeat of the earth. Subtle energies. Really the grounding and the slowing down is what pops out to me. It just stands out. Okay, you need to ground yourself, Queen of Wands. Ground yourself. You want to charge forward so quickly. But this is not the time to charge forward so quickly. There's a lot of things to consider. There's still a lot of work to be done. But you're going to be okay, Queen of Wands, all right? You just need to slow down. You need to ground yourself. Get yourself, ground that enthusiasm and that energy, or those anxieties that you've had. You're going to move forward. You are. And, when in comparison, we have on the left side the dark card, the dark moon. And then we have this pretty bright card of snail's pace. All right. So, again, we've got that left and right pillar reference there, which that just happened by itself here. It's like, didn't make that up there. I certainly don't set these things up, So, but yeah, we've got that contrast. We've gone through all of this hardship here, and then we move forward because we know we can rely on ourselves. Standing on our own 2 feet, we can rely on ourselves because no one else is going to hand us and help us. And when they do help, they throw it in your face. You don't need that. Grow up, move away from these people. You've learned about these people. You've learned that they're, that their help is really on the surface. Help yourself. Help yourself and stand on your own 2 feet is all I can really say. Enjoy this weekend. Blessings always from me to you, and I will see you here on Monday. Have a blessed weekend, y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.